right, so coming into our second main event fight, a featherweight match between Josh Marsh and Luis Luna.
And they're already getting ready to go, talking to each other a little bit here. Already started the fight. And he's taunting him, Luis is, with that heavy overhand right. Oh, straight jab, right down the middle. And a return. Luis going for that shot. And securing that body lock as they hit the cage.
Yeah, Luna having a hard time dealing with the aggression here from Marsh at the beginning. Or excuse me, opposite. Backwards there. Marsh having a hard time dealing with Luna's pressure. Doing a good job. I love that leg hang. That one's so good. Just let him hold your weight.
Yeah, and that is definitely a veteran move to understand that, you know, it's the long game there that you're doing when you're putting all your weight on them, just slowly draining their gas tank. Oh, and that didn't look good.
Yeah, he actually blocked and tripped him with his left foot.
Yeah, and they hit the ground.
Marsh doing a good job of wrestling out.
We're seeing all these veteran moves come out by Luis.
Luis now in on a arm and guillotine, switches to the no arm.
And he looks to have it in pretty deep.
Yeah, that's very tight. Oh, he jumps
he pulls
in.
Guard.
Oh, he must think he has it.
Oh,
you can
this
see
is the worst feeling in the world.
Oh, can Marsh hold on? Luna squeezing. Got to be careful he doesn't blow his arms here. Oh, my goodness. Marsh fighting it with everything he can. It is so tight.
And Marsh's corner is telling him to fight the hands, which is exactly what you have to do. Stay calm in these really high-pressure situations. And you can see he's breathing, so he's okay there, but definitely in a dangerous position.
Luna looks to lock that guard in and create a little bit more. Ooh, there you go. He starts to work up on the cage. Marsh doing a good job of keeping that pressure in so he can't extend. Sit his guard and try to finish that. Ooh, now Luis is going to go ahead and set that from the half guard position.
He has a little bit more freedom now that he's broken that guard.
Back to full
his
guard.
corner is trying to tell him to get to the outside. But Luis was able to get him back into that guard.
Yeah, I do fear that if Luis doesn't get this, though, he's going to have really blown his arm out.
Oh, for sure.
And yeah, it's tight, but...
That's the worst feeling, though, is if they get out and now your hands are just juiced.
Yeah, we've spent the better half of about 30 to 40 seconds here fighting this guillotine.
But if he finishes, then the fight's over.
It is. That risk and reward. That risk and reward. That's why MMA is so awesome, and Marsh able to finally drive his way out. Luna looking to work his way up the cage.
And that's a problem with the guillotines, is that once you lose position, now your opponent's on top of you.
Yes, yes.
And Josh's corner is telling him to turn him, which basically they're trying to tell him to get off the cage so he can't utilize it to walk his way up. Head up is what they're saying.
Yeah, he wants to. If you can't get your head underneath the chin, you want to have your head over top of their head. There's really two key positions there.
Absolutely.
He seems to be doing a very good job of maintaining pressure, which is. And as you can hear his coach screaming, keep your head under the chin.
This is a great position for Josh. You know, he's picking his shots, keeping him pinned up against the cage, and picking his shots. So. As long as he doesn't keep getting his posture broken down, because that's when you're in danger, is when the posture gets broken. And
right.
now Luis is going for another submission attempt here. And the ref brushes his toes out of the gate.
No toe grabs either. Yeah, not a great position to try to keep out of damage there. A little bit less than 30 seconds here left in the first round. Marsh seemingly controlling the pace with his ground control.
Josh's corner is calling for knees to the body and damage with 25 seconds left. Trying to secure that win. of the round.
Up on the underhook, quickly put back onto the
Whoa.
cage. Oh,
Oh.
Marsh went for that outside trip.
Great
Almost a lateral
exchanges.
drop attempt, and unfortunately didn't land it, but it was so late there at the end of the round. Not much effect, although he did take a little bit of a shot there. Good round from both of these guys.
Yeah, I really like the exchange back and forth between both of them. The submission attempts, the positions. And we got some cheers from the crowd for our lovely ring girls.
Little review of that round. I'd love to see that back take. He like kicked the foot and then pulled him back over it. It was actually pretty slick. And I don't know. I feel like you could possibly give him the round. I mean, he did try to submit him for almost the whole round.
It really depends on what the refs are, or
Right.
the judges are looking for. You know, are they heavy jiu-jitsu knowledge? Are they heavy wrestling knowledge? You just never know.
Yeah,
I wish they
Marsh
had.
did do a good job with the pressure, but
Yeah.
Luna did go for a sub for almost half the round. So let's see if they go back to the same position or work on the stand up. Ooh.
Oh, there you go. He went for a kick and ended up slipping.
Back
and we're
to the
back
guillotine.
in this. Yes, we are. Right up against the cage here. And Marsh has both of the legs, but he's trying to get
He's trying to connect those fingers.
for that S-lock so he can go for
Oh,
that.
he's got it connected now. Here it is. Oh, but Luna again attacking that guillotine, making it difficult to power through and finish. Back to the no arm in.
And he's here.
He's right in
Nice,
front of us
calm
here.
breathing. Talking to his corner, shaking his head. He hears him. And then just speaks to the amount of experience he has here.
Yeah, Luna's staying very calm. He realizes there's really no point in going crazy here. He's just going to keep adjusting his position and looking to secure that guillotine. Although I don't know about going arm in there.
Yeah, and in the meantime, Marsh is sliding his way out of that position and trying to take his back off the cage. So Luna's taking these body shots here when he can find the opening and then reposting with his left hand.
And you can hear the referee tell him, top to stay busy, stay busy.
And for us who are grapplers, like, we know that they're working.
Oh, yeah. There's lots of pressure and position change happening right now, but
It's a slower fight.
yeah, unfortunately, every ref is so different. So you never know how they're going to, what action they're going to allow.
Yeah.
I feel like we're still seeing good motion here. Marsh is doing a good job in this same position, keeping that pressure and keeping him pinned on the cage. Not doing a lot of damage.
There we
Luna
go.
not taking...
And Luis is now, he had his back off the cage for a second, trying to go for underneath the legs and got pinned right back up onto the cage. So like you were saying, Craig, the head control is key, right? So it's either underneath the chin, and what he was doing earlier, where he was shelving his head above Luis's head, was good as well, because you're controlling his posture, and he's
Yes.
doing it right here again. So as long as he's controlling his posture, putting his weight on his opponent, he's being the dominant fighter.
Luna doing a good job there, following the underhook up, driving to the cage. He's put his
And
hands
Luis
together.
is going for that takedown.
Ooh, nice little shovel. A little uppercut there.
A little ground and pound here. Up against the cage, you go for some ground and pound, some sprawl action.
Marsh back up. He's back to that hands connected, looking to rip and pull, and Luna's back to that guillotine, using that foot to frame. A little bit of a slam, but not too bad.
And he's wanting to finish this guillotine. He keeps going back to it. That's the problem with going for those double legs when your head's on the outside. You really have to be aware of where their legs are when you hit the ground. I speak from experience. He's my kryptonite.
You always learn those lessons the hard way, don't we?
Look at those little veteran moves, those little kicks, kicking the legs out there, trying to create some space for your way up.
Yeah,
but
Marsh
he really
so good head positioning.
Yeah, so I was gonna say he really needs to try to create some space between him and Marsh on the head.
Less than a minute. Marsh seemingly in the same position we've seen him in the first round here.
And this has to be really frustrating for Luna because, you know, everywhere he goes, he's getting pushed right back up.
He does a really good job of winning some of the striking exchanges. He does real good at ground and pound when he's on the ground, and then he finds himself here for 3 minutes of the fight, kind of struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
but
so
this
active.
is the dilemma. You got to figure out how to get off the cage. If that's a place you don't want to be, get off of it. And that can be the problem too. A lot of these fighters, they don't feel threatened up against the cage. So they stay there, but to the judges, they're losing the round.
Yes, yeah, I'm not getting hurt, but you're not winning or scoring points.
Right.
Great second round, very, very true to the first round. We had some guillotine attacks off of those double legs from Marsh. And then once Marsh was able to kind of withstand the storm, pressure strikes and kind of dominates the round from that position. Luna just staying super active and tricky and all the veteran tricks, but just kind of a step behind on most of the exchanges.
Here's the replay right here. Luna going for that guillotine as Marsh goes to take him down. And there's a good punch landed there from Luna. Ground and pound, that overhand right off the break.
All right, so we're ready for the start of the third and final round in this featherweight bout.
And you can see on Lewis's back how often he's up against the cage because it's tearing him up.
There's a cage print on his back.
And those are the worst. I've gotten those on my face before.
Yeah, people don't really appreciate. Yeah, it's coated. I mean, you know, it's not going to cut you, but it's not fun grinding on that fence. It's my favorite thing to do to people as a wrestler is put their face right in the fence. And
right. If you don't like the feeling, that's what you should be doing to your opponent.
Exactly. A little bit longer of an exchange here. Marsh looking to keep it standing.
Yeah, it looks like it. Trying to mix up the exchanges here in the third round. Showcase a little bit more of his striking. I love the white PFC gloves. They're just so striking.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Exchange of jabs.
Highlight those cuts well.
I swear, every time I wear white, I bleed.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a... Last time I wore a very nice white shirt and had blood splattered onto me. I was like, oh, that's the last time I'm wearing white cage side. That was foolish.
You can sell it on eBay.
I guess. That's, yeah.
People pay high dollar for that stuff.
The blood splatter.
There you go. Exchange of lead hands again. It looks like this round might be a stand-up war. Oh, nice looping overhand by Lewis.
Ooh, just misses that uppercut.
Nice fake there by Marsh.
Yeah, this is what I was expecting a little bit more out of Marsh in the beginning, being a little bit rangier.
Yeah.
Also looks like the pace may have taken the opportunities for takedowns away because Luis is not really rushing at him.
Yeah. It's a good change of pace, though. It's nice to see the diversity. We did go for that shot again. I think he was trying to...
Ooh, a nice straight 1-2 from Marsh.
Spinning back kick. Marsh's corner calling for some level changes. And there it is. He's able to dip under Luis's hooks. Oh! A little knee to the body there.
Yeah.
Stopped his takedown.
And as a wrestler myself, I tell a lot of guys, one of the easier ways to deter a wrestler is show them, throw those uppercuts and those knees.
I've broken my nose by running into a knee.
Yes. Now, a good wrestler is still undeterred. He will go. He will go for the finish.
I guess I wasn't a good wrestler then.
But yeah, it's those uppercuts and knees are really nice deterrents for the wrestlers.
Yeah, absolutely. But you're right. You know, sometimes they'll eat it so that they can finish that shot and be in their comfort zone.
Nice.
Whoa! Nice roundhouse to the body, and that one was a solid one. And it looks like Marsh is just really picking his shots here. He's found his range. Lewis is getting some good shots in too. That jab just landed. Oh, 2 hooks in a row to land, and then he goes for that shot.
Great sprawl from Luna. He anticipated that shot.
Another roundhouse to the body, and then they hit the cage. They're telling him 1 minute, let's go, Josh. Come on.
Luna hears that as well, knows he's got to get it down, kind of try to close the show out in a good position, or from ground and pound for the finish. Ooh, nice job to body clinch and walk to the underhook side. Again, that head positioning is key. Great knee.
You control the head, you control the body.
30 seconds left here in the final round.
And they're telling him to
Marsh.
body lock. Inside trip, outside trip, they're all there. Let's get it. And the 10-second.
Hey, I appreciate it.
bell goes.
I know y'all heard me in the corner. I'm a crazy person.
You gotta be. You gotta be a little bit crazy to be in this business.
A fantastic fight.
Good
job. Not a whole. They're both kind of like, whatever.
I don't know. He was trying to shake his hand, and the other guy was like, whatever.
Sometimes, and I know how this feels. A fight like that, especially, that was extremely close. It's going to be very difficult to judge. It's going to be kind of, as you were saying earlier, what do you have experience in? What do you see? How do you judge those positions?
Yeah.
Because Luis did go for the submission for an extremely long period of time, and almost every round except for that third one.
Right. But after a while, are you really going for the submission
or are you just
attempt,
holding
or are you
the
just
position?
holding position?
Yeah,
you
correct.
know?
Correct. And again, that goes to, what do the judges see? Do they think he was, close, or we're just holding on?
Yeah. So you just never know.
Ooh,
but
that was a nice
I really
roundhouse.
enjoyed watching this last round with their stand-up.
All right. We're going to bring it in the middle and get our official announcement.
It's in the judge's hands. That's the worst feeling, when it's in the judge's hands. And
yeah, this is a close one.
It's a close fight like that. Gosh.
Yeah, you can see him touching gloves there. Both just frustrated, I don't think either one of them really got their game plan off the way they wanted.
Well, that just goes to show you how good of fighters each of them are,
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 3 rounds, here are the score totals from our judges. Our judges scored this fight 30-27, 29-28, and 30-27, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Luis Luna.
Goes the decision going to Luis Luna.
Great job, both of the fighters.
I mean, just a great fight and an up and down, back and forth battle. And like we said, Luna was very active on the submissions, coming through on some of the replay here. Oh, looked like we got a little freeze frame action.